What is going on, everybody? It's your boy iSelfishSubs, and we're back with a brand new video. Today, we're predicting the NFL playoffs all the way through to the Super Bowl and the winner. So, as you can see down in the bottom right of the screen, it is January 14th, 2023, and that means the NFL playoffs are upon us. So, without further ado, let's get things going. We're gonna go in order of what games happened first, and that starts with the Seahawks versus 49ers. So we're not going to go in order of NFC, AFC. We're going to go in order of when the games are played. So, first of all, Seahawks 49ers, this game, no, it's just not. Don't even try and put up a fight for the Seahawks. It's not happening. Brock Purdy, Jimmy Garoppolo, Trey Lance, it's not happening. But, do I think the Seahawks put up a fight? Maybe. This is a good old division playoff matchup. They always have good games in terms of facing division rivals. So, can that translate to the playoffs? Probably. However, the San Francisco 49ers are going to take it. It's their game to win. They're going to move on to the divisional round. After that, we get the Chargers and the Jaguars with their miraculous comeback from 3-7. Wow, what a way to make it to the playoffs against the Los Angeles Chargers. I think I already said that, but anyway, moving forward. The Chargers without Mike Williams, I think Brandon Staley made a really bad decision, and a really good concept, a good idea, turned out to backfire. Brandon Staley thought it was a good idea to keep all the starters in for the Broncos game, and that seemed to hurt Brandon Staley and the Chargers. Mike Williams got hurt. He won't be back. Even if the Chargers make a miraculous run to the Super Bowl, he still might not be back. In Jacksonville, they are 6-1 since their 3-7 disastrous start to the season. And the Jaguars, they just got a lot of momentum heading forward for them. They got a home game, a home playoff game. And Jacksonville fans, they ride for their team in dire situations. We've seen that against Tennessee. We've seen that in 2017 on that really good run to the AFC Championship. And I think that run is going to continue. Now, me personally, I am a Saints fan. I want the Jaguars to win because I believe Brandon Staley, if they don't win this playoff game, is gone. And I know Sean Payton wants to be in LA. And that just helps out the Saints in every way possible. So I'm going to take the Jags in this. Not because of the bias, and not because of the miraculous turnout that they had, but they're just the better team going into this. The Chargers have a lot of injuries on paper. Or not a lot of injuries, but they have a very important injury that could change the game for them. Then up next, we go to Sunday, starting with the Dolphins versus the Bills, 1 p.m. Eastern Time. Skylar Thompson versus Josh Allen. Did you ever think that was going to happen? Even if it's not Skylar Thompson, it's Mike Glennon. So, Buffalo Bills, no question, no doubt about it. 13.5 point spread according to Caesar Sportsbook. Hell, I might even take that. Dolphins get absolutely ran through by the Buffalo Bills. And the Buffalo Bills start what could be their Super Bowl run for Damar Hamlin. We're going to have to find that out later. Stay tuned to see where I have them. Up next, we got the Giants and the Vikings. Now, a lot of people are saying that the Giants are going to win this game. A lot of people are saying that the Giants are for this game. But, as much as I can respect Daniel Jones and what he has done this season to revive his chances of being a starter on a team, I don't know, man. Kirk's not great, and playoff, nationally televised game, and Kirk Cousins is not statistically doing good in prime time moments, but he's had his times. He's had his moments in those times. This game is gonna be a lot. It's gonna be a lot different than what people are saying. I do think that the Vikings take over in this one. I think that Justin Jefferson is going to show everybody why he's the best receiver in the league. No doubt, no question. I think I think they're gonna beat the Giants by a solid touchdown, in my opinion. No score prediction, but a solid touchdown is gonna be how the Vikings win it. And then up next we got the Ravens and the Bengals. Anthony Brown. More than likely it's gonna be Anthony Brown. If it's not, they're still screwed. Tyler Huntley is not good. So, Bengals, they routed the Ravens in week 18, 27-16. Amazing performance by Joe Burrow and Jamar Chase. That connection is coming back. They have a huge momentum swing on there on an 8-game win streak. I think their last loss was to who was it? I don't even remember. It's been so long. Their last loss was to the Browns. It was pretty bad. After that, they got their shit together, and they haven't lost since. So, Bengals by a lot, and then that leaves the final wild card game of the week. Now, we all know Tom Brady is built for the playoffs. But man, 8-9. Everyone counted the Washington football team at the time out of the playoffs whenever it came down to Tom Brady and Taylor Heineke. Everyone counted them out, and that's exactly what happened. We're not here for miracles. Now, Dak Prescott has been statistically the worst quarterback in the back half of the season. But there's a lot more to that team. Now, Brady, he still has not picked up until last week against was it the Panthers? I want to say it was the Panthers, yeah. So, his last game against the Panthers in week 17, threw 400 yards, 3 touchdowns. Mike Evans got in his groove. But, I don't know, man. That's a one and done in my eyes. I don't like the Bucs. I mean, this isn't a bias for me. I don't like the Bucs, and that 8-9 record the 8-9 versus the 12-5 it doesn't do anything for me. The miracle run could happen, but I think it stops short before it even gets going. Then those are the wild card predictions. So we get the Cowboys over the Bucs, Vikings over the Giants, 49ers over the Seahawks, Jags over the Chargers, Bengals over the Ravens, and Bills over the Dolphins. So, now, we are going to the divisional round. And, so, we got the 2 seed 49ers versus the, what seed are they? The 3 seed Minnesota Vikings. We got the 1 seed Philadelphia Eagles and a division matchup against the number 5 seed Dallas Cowboys. And on the AFC side, we got the number 3 seed Bengals versus the number 2 seed Bills. The 4 seed Jaguars versus the 1 seed Chiefs. So without further ado, let's get into this. Now we have no idea what times these games are going to be played. So we're going to start on the AFC side. Bills, Bengals, a rematch. Finally coming back to what happened in week 16. I think it was 17 or 16. Week 17, we'll say that. I don't remember. Finally back to where it all started. Week 17. This is the game that you could have potentially saw as divisional matchup because they were going to be the 2 and 3 seed no matter what. The Bengals, they started strong in that game. The Bills, not so hot. again, there was so much football left in that game. The game ended at like 6 minutes in the first quarter. It was 7-3. You had no idea what was going to happen. This is a very hard matchup to determine. Last year, Bengals make a Super Bowl run against the Rams. Me personally, I think the Bengals very well should have won that. And this season, what the Rams shows, the Bills. I don't think the Bills have lost in quite a long time either. I'm not sure, but there's a lot of momentum riding for both of these teams. The Bills, coming off a very heavily special teams influenced win. I don't know if that's going to continue. I mean, 2 kickoff returns, that equals up to 14 points. I want to say if that never happened, the Patriots probably beat them. Yeah, so if that shit doesn't happen, then the Patriots are winning that game. But again, it should have, could have, would in this league. If that happens again, the Bengals are a much better team than the Bills. The Bengals are a much better team than the Patriots. I'm sorry, take that back. The Bengals are a much better team than the Patriots. However, I don't think the best Bills team was playing that day. There was a lot of things weighing heavy on their heart. Damar Hamlin, they probably weren't head focused on the game 1,000%. But again, this is a really hard matchup to pick. I'm going to have to, the Damar Hamlin bias, I have to pick the Bills here. Sorry, Cincy. I know Zach Taylor won't get fired for this, but look, man, Zach Taylor's not a good head coach. He's got a really good staff, and he's got the best roster in the league. But hell, man, I think the Bengals are fine with going 12-5 or 12-4, 13-4 every year, regardless of who the coach is. But just imagine, let's take a little bit of a detour off of the playoffs for a minute. Just imagine if any other coach was on the Bengals. The team's a dynasty. It is a dynasty if there's another head coach. Let's say if the Bills, let's say the Bills and the Chiefs swap coaches. The Bengals would be the dynasty of the century, the greatest dynasty of all time. Because even with one of the worst head coaches in the league, they're still doing this. But Bills move on to the AFC Championship. Then we got the 9-8 Jaguars, 4 seed versus the number 1 seed Chiefs. I'm sorry, Jags fans. Look, you didn't expect to be here. I'm pretty sure you still don't even expect to make it out of the first round. Maybe not even expect to make it anywhere. So, it's the Chiefs, man. The Chiefs are going to rout them here. The Chiefs are going to give the Jags the humbling that they need. The Jags are going to go back to the drawing board, and they're going to do better next year. By the way, I do see the Jags making the playoffs again next year. Because, in my honest opinion, I do think that every team in the AFC South, besides maybe the Titans, might regress a lot. On to the NFC side. I'm sorry for the really long AFC, debate there. But into the NFC, Vikings, 49ers. 49ers for me. I think that's the end of the Vikings. Look, I think they're frauds. And just as much as I think the Giants are frauds. They're both frauds. It's going to be a fraudulent game. The Giants started, 7-2, 7-3. They finished 9-7-1. That's 2-4-1 in their last 7 games. That's not great. The Giants have not been performing great. That's a lot of what people aren't looking at. So, I think the Vikings are going to get a fraudulent win again. But the 49ers, they up and route that. That's an 11-game win streak that they're going to add. That's 11 games they're going to add on to their win streak. Up next, we get the Cowboys and the Eagles. This one's simple to me. If Jalen Hurts is there, Eagles. If not, Cowboys. I do think Jalen Hurts will be there. Cowboys had a good run, but Dak Prescott's issues are going to miscues, issues, mistakes are going to lead to an easy, maybe not so easy, but an easy Philadelphia Eagles win. And now to the conference championship games. AFC, the NFC championship. Who will represent their respective conferences in the Super Bowl? Now, last season, a lot of y'all don't know this, but I was in a coma last season. I was not aware around this time last season. So, a lot of the stuff I might get wrong, but based off of what I learned after, the Chiefs and the Bills, man, they have a heated playoff rivalry. Last year, I mean, all Mahomes needs is 13 seconds or 32 seconds. I don't remember. But, man, the Bills have, like, a huge, huge burden. The Bills won the matchup during the regular season. I'm pretty sure. You know, hell, they even did it up 13 seconds on their own. I mean, that is revenge if I've ever seen it. But now, they're even. It's even now. Now, you got the Chiefs and the Bills, clean slate, tabula rasa, right? I think the Bills take it here, bro. I think the Bills take it. I've been saying this all season. The Bills look like the team that's going to take it. I don't even remember if Von Miller's back. I don't think he is. But that defense is still amazing. That offense is amazing. Gabe Davis is amazing. Stephon Diggs is amazing. Josh Allen's amazing. He has a elevated interception number, but I mean, it is what it is. Pat Mahomes is there too in the elevated number. Him, Dak Prescott, Josh Allen, and Derek Carr are the 4 league leaders in picks. I'm pretty sure. So, after it's all said and done, issues, mistakes that happen, I think that the Buffalo Bills, and their good far outweighs the bad. So, Buffalo Bills going to the Super Bowl. Now, here we go. Classic 1 versus 2 seed matchup. It's so hard to predict against these, to root against these guys, to recruit against the powerhouses of the conference. The 1s and 2 seeds, it's hard to go against them. But, you know, we end up with a classic 1 versus 2 conference championship again. 1-2 seeds already make the Super Bowl. I think the other 2 seeds are going to make it too. I think San Francisco is going to take it over Philadelphia. That defense is revolutionary. It is so amazing. Like, you guys don't even understand. Like, that defense is next level grades. Next level elites. And Brock Purdy's been playing at a high level too. He is a rookie. He is Mr. Irrelevant. But I don't know. I feel like there's a headline. I feel like there's a headline in the future. Mr. Relevant rookie takes team to the promised land. I feel like that headline is something that I am going to see here in the coming weeks. Now, it was a good run for the Eagles, by the way. It was a really good run. 14-3. Started out 8-0. Look, man. Look. Okay. Super Bowl. Buffalo Bills. San Francisco 49ers. You can't get better than this. You got Mr. Irrelevant versus 4DH, 4 DeMar Hamlin, 4 number 3. This is a great storyline. This is something that I've been predicting ever since week 16, maybe. The Buffalo Bills, they've never been my, how do you say? They've never been out of my Super Bowl predictions. They were in my preseason Super Bowl predictions. Now, they were always here. The 49ers, I didn't think the 49ers were going to do any good. They'd be straight. And the 49ers have absolutely proved me wrong. We got 13-4 versus 13-3. Man, this is really hard to pick because, you know, they're both playing for really good reasons. And I don't want to pick against the Buffalo Bills, but I also don't want to pick against this revolutionary San Francisco 49ers defense. But to me, this is what's happening, man. It's the Buffalo Bills, the San Francisco 49ers in the Super Bowl. And I think, with that being said, I don't really know what to say. Like, this is so hard to predict. You got the Buffalo Bills, a revolutionary offense, a huge offense, like weapons, everything, man. You got a great special teams is, starting to build its way up. Naheem Hines going crazy. You got great receivers. You got Stephon Diggs. You got Gabe Davis. And if you want to put Isaiah McKenzie in that situation, you go right ahead. He's a big play threat too. Dawson Knox, don't forget about him. And you got San Francisco. You got Brock Purdy. Look, man, as much as nobody wants to admit, for Mr. Relevant, he's really good. He seems to be pretty relevant. Look, you got Debo. I'm pretty sure you got Debo back. I'm not sure. I don't remember a lot from this season. It's something that always leaves my head in crunch time. But you got Debo back. You got everybody. It's something that is you know what I mean? This is something that I'm speechless because I don't know where to go here. I'm speechless. I don't know how to put into words how this game would go. First of all, I think this is a relatively low-scoring game. It's not going to be no 34-31 game. This is going to be your 21-17. This is going to be your 14-13, your 21-20, your maybe even 10-7 type game. Both teams have really good defenses. But I think I'm going to have to go with the one, the only, Mr. Relevant and crew, San Francisco 49ers. Look, I can't explain to you why I think they're going to win, because I could give you the exact same reason why for the Bills. So, it's just a matter of picking who. But, those are my predictions, man. Let me know what you think in the comments below. And, maybe we'll do a divisional round prediction if, I miss any of the picks. I don't think I will. I think I'm the greatest predictor of all time. But if I miss any of the picks, we might come back and do divisional round predictions. But without further ado, excuse me, I'm so excited about this video, man. I can't stop saying without further ado. But thank you for watching the video. If you liked it, make sure to drop a like, drop a comment about what you think about these predictions. Subscribe for more, and hit that notification bell for more content. I'm trying to upload more. New old channel got taken down at 1,000 subscribers. So, it's been hard to motivate myself to do content still. But, this is something that just came to head. I hope you guys enjoy this. And we'll be back for more. So, thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.